Assalamualaikum students. My name is Ms. Tavya and I am your computer teacher. Today we are going to have some short review of chapter 3, unit 3 from your book, that is computational thinking and programming language. In this unit we are going to learn the programming language of Python, okay, and the difference between the Scratch and Python. So what we are going to learn how to make the programs with Scratch and Python, but we have only learned the Python in this chapter. So we'll just have a short brief introduction of Scratch, okay? Then how to save the commands as program files, about the differences between programming languages, and what happens when the computer runs on a program, okay? Now, we all know that there are so many types of programming languages within the world which the programmers have created for their ease to make the computer program. A computer program is basically anything, any sort of task that we want to achieve. So even in the sense of technology. So we make the program of that. Usually the one who makes the program is known as computer programmers or the software engineers, okay? Then coming towards the programming languages, the most commonly used programming languages right now these days are you can say the Python, the C++, the C#, and there are so other like Java, JavaScript and all, okay? There are so many applications, so many games, so many web applications, so many mobile applications have been made with the help of programming languages. So we'll learn in this chapter that how do we write a program using a Python language, what are the syntaxes of the Python language, what are the functions of the Python language that we are going to use in this, okay? So we are going to discover that how the Python language works in the, and how do we make a program with the help of Python language, okay? All right. So that's just a short, you can say a memorandum, or you can say it's for your knowledge that Python and Scratch both are free for use. And the people who love programming languages or the people who love to develop the programming languages, they use one programming language to develop the another programming languages. Okay, the Python was invented or developed in 1991 by Guido van Rossum. Okay, and after that, lots of other programmers worked on the Python to give it an extra features, extra functions for their ease, for the user's ease. You can download it through the internet. It's available free on the internet. You can download it, okay? After that, the Scratch were also developed in 2003, but the main difference between both of them is that Python is a command interface, command line interface. Command line interface means where you have to type the commands to tell the computer that you have to perform the particular task, okay? And the Scratch is a GUI base, means GUI stands for graphical user interface. It means that it tells the computer with the help of, we have a screen like you people can see on the screen, okay? This is a screen where you are going to do your perform your task with the help of mouse clicks and typing, okay? So this is the main difference between Python and Scratch. Now, application softwares are also known as apps, okay? The program that is used, ready to use is called application software. So there are several types of social media, messaging services, maps, game services, web services, and all that on the internet. You can see the AI also being built with the help of some programming language, okay? Now, starting from the unit 3.1, we are going to start with a simple calculator. Then how do we make a simple calculator? Calculator is used to perform the basic addition, subtraction, mathematical rules, okay? So we are going to learn that how do we make it on the Python, okay? Now, first we have to understand what is requirement. Requirement means anything that you need, that you want or you need. That is your want or a need, means so aap चाह रहे हो करना, okay? So that is known as requirement. The programmer wants to make something, that's why he programs something, okay? He finds out the solution of that. Okay? The solution is known as the program. When you have a solution for your requirement, that is known as a program. The requirements tell you that what program must do, what it is capable to do, and how it is going to perform it, okay? there is an example of a requirement. The user enters the two number. This is the first step. The user selects an arithmetic operator like addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. Okay, this is the second step. The programmer outputs the result. The program outputs the result of the user's chosen calculation. Now, the program has to solve those two numbers with that arithmetic operator which has been given, and it has to solve it, and it has to give you the correct answer. So this is the whole requirement which I need in this program. Now, this is also known as algorithm. Okay, means what how our program is going to do the work. Okay, now arithmetic operators. There are so many operators in the terms of mathematics and in the terms of programming also. So the arithmetic operators that the Python use are to operate for the addition. It uses the same symbol for the add which we use in the mathematics. Okay, and if we look upon the scratch में भी देखें इसी तरह से होता है. Now subtract the same, multiplication के लिए static use होता है. Static is being used to multiply the numbers, and for the division purpose we use the slash sign. Now, what is an algorithm? I have already told you that algorithm is a plan to solve a problem. Okay, whatever the problem is, you make it write it down in a simpler version in your copy. Write down these stepwise. Means step number 1, this step number 2, step number 3, and then you have to just implement it on the you can say the implement it on the compiler where you're going to write down the program. So in this lesson we'll learn that how to write the program, how to write the algorithm. It is a simpler version of the problem or the program requirement. Okay, now first step was input two values and output the result of adding them together. This is an algorithm, a simple line. Okay. Now, how we'll enter the write down the commands? First, we have to input number 1. Then we have to input number 2. After then, we have some another variable. These are the variables, just same as you people use them in your computer, in your mathematics, arithmetic. Okay. Now, algebra. Now, result is equals to number 1 plus number 2. And then we have to show the result, output the result. Now, how to create an interface? What is an interface? Interface is something that how the user interacts with the program, means how the user has to interact with the program, how the user sees upon the program, look upon the program through his window. Okay, like I'm talking to you with the help of interface of YouTube. So that's an interface for me, a teacher, and a person. Okay, so it allows the user to enter the inputs and to display the outputs. See, inputs the program can include touching the screen. You can touch the screen if you are using a iPad, if you are using a tablet. Okay, clicking the mouse if you are using a laptop, or if you are using a desktop PC, and then tapping on a keyboard, same with the laptop or with the desktop PC. Then you can have an output within a screen display. या तो आपको screen display पे output दिख जाएगा. You can use the colors, you can use the words to make it more, you can say beautiful, okay, more attractive or interactive. Next is with the help of sounds, including the spoken words and sound effects, and the last one is the movement of objects. Okay. Now, how to create an interface in a Scratch? Scratch makes it easy to create a colorful interface. You can look at here. You can enter the images. You can enter the backgrounds in it. You can make a story on it. You can make a game on it. Okay, you can. It's easy to get the inputs. It's easy to show the outputs. It's easy to get the outputs with the in the form of sound also. Okay, if you people have ever used Scratch, ever made a game on Scratch, I'll prefer you people to look upon YouTube, search for the little games, short games, and try to do it on a Scratch. Scratch is also available on the internet in the free form. Okay. Now, the Scratch interface uses the sprites, okay, or the colorful background. The pictures are known as sprites. When they move, they make a frame. Okay. Now, how to create a variable on a Scratch? Variables stores the values. We all know that, okay, like x is equals to 5, y is equals to 8. Okay, the y or x are the variables and it has a value. It has a specific value in it. Okay, now over here, see, they have made three variables in which number one is number one, number two, and then result. In number one, we are going to enter one number. In number two, we are going to enter another number, and in the result, we are going to perform some arithmetic operators on both of the numbers, and then we are going to have display the result on it. Now, starting an event. Event is the because event is basically a block of a Scratch program. So event is something like a function of the program. What function you are going to perform in it. You have to start the program, you have to stop the program. These are the events. You want to make your dinosaur jump, that's an event. Okay, so those functions are known as event in the term in the screen of Scratch. Okay, and if we will do that the same thing in the Python, it will be known as function. Okay, now how do we make the program? Then we have to ask, means to take the input. We have to use the ask block to get the user input. If we want to set the value of the variable, then we have to use the operator block to select the particular operation that we want to apply on number one and number two, and then use the say block to show the output. Okay, say for output, operator for arithmetic operations, and ask for input. Okay, now see, then there comes the complete program. Now, after this, we have input and output in Python. That is important. Okay, then how do we do the inputs and output in the Python? Input is what that the user gives it to perform a task on it, and output is what that the computer or your program shows according to your input. Okay, now let's start with the Python. Python is a text-based programming language. It is a command line interface like this. Okay, you have to type the commands on that, and line by line those commands will be compiled, and then will show you the errors or show you the functions accordingly. Okay, so let's start with the Python shell. The screen where we work is known as Python shell. Okay, where you start the Python, a window opens. This window is known as a Python shell. You can enter the Python commands on it. At the time the Python shell where you have typed the command, press the enter to carry out the command or to enter the new command. Okay, now how do we use the variables in Python? In Scratch we used to just click on the button and then have to enter the variables. Okay, but in Python you have to assign the variables, but there are some rules and regulations of the syntax for naming the variables in the Python. Okay, so what are these? It should be only one word. Okay, and there should be no spaces. If you are using multiple words, there should be no spaces. Like, let me show you people. Let me open it on web online Python compiler. See the screen here. I'm going to write the program, and over here we'll have a output. See, people, but there should be no gap in between. If I will give a gap in between these three words, it will be an error. Okay, it will show me an error. But if you want to make it more prominent, you can use an underscore sign also. Okay, you can use an underscore sign also. So these are the valid forms of your assigning a variable. Okay, now after this, only use letters, numbers, and underscore character. The same thing which I showed you people. Start with a letter. Always start with a letter. You cannot start with any number. Okay, you cannot start it with any number. Like if I want to start it with one number of people, it will also show me an error. Okay, now coming towards the next thing, that setting the value of a variable. See, I have already told you people that how do we set a variable. You have to write down the variable name. This is a variable name, and then after that you have to write down the equal to marks, and then we have a variable value, whatever the value we are going to assign it. Then here comes the second thing, that is getting the input. Okay. Now, how do we get the input? To get the input, you have to write down the function of input. Now, before that, one more thing. There are three types of data types we will use within the computer. Okay. Now, see. But before those data types, we're going to learn how to take an input. For example, if I have to take an input within a variable at the runtime. So now what will I write? X is equals to input. Input is the function name, so we'll make the inverted brackets. Okay. Whenever we are going to write down any function like input and output are the functions, तो हम उसको bracket में लिखेंगे. Now what we are going to input is over here. Ask the question. Okay. Enter your age. Okay. अच्छा यहाँ मैं इसके वेरिएबल नेम एज ही रख देती हूँ ताकि वो मीनिंगफुल हो जाए. ओके. लेट मी इरेज द फर्स्ट थिंग. Now I'm going to run it. Now you can see over here it is asking you about the age, so you have to enter your age over here 5, and then when I'll enter it, it is going to be close. If I want to print it now, then which function am I going to use? I'm going to use the print function bracket, and in the bracket I'm going to enter the variable name. Okay, like age. Now I'm going to run it again. See, it's asking about my age. Let me enter the age 5. Enter, and it says now printed. Now over here you have noticed this पहले ये वाली command run हुई, ठीक है? Then I entered something, and after that the print command has been run. So the compiler basically compiles it on the whole program and then run it by line. Okay. Now see what we have already learned that how to show the output. Now, program errors. What are the program errors? A programmer using the Python attempted each command using exactly the right. The program has I make a mistake over here. I'm going to print A. Okay, but there is no A designated A variable over here. So it will give me an error over here. See, I'll enter 5. Now it's giving me an error on line number 2. Line number 2. And what is it calling? Name A is not defined. Means A नाम का कोई variable ऊपर define नहीं हुआ हुआ. Is it clear, everyone? Now, what mistakes are the common mistakes in it? Spell a word incorrectly, put the words in the wrong order, use a capital letter instead of the lowercase letter. Okay, leave out the brackets or other symbols. One more thing. If I have written over 8 and now I'm going to write it down like this, it's also going to show me an error over here. See, it's going to show me an error. It's saying कि age नाम का तो कोई है वेरिएबल डिफाइंड ही नहीं है, लेकिन हमने तो यहाँ पे किया हुआ है. बट क्या डिफरेंस है? It's with the small letter and it's with the upper letter case. Okay, upper case letters. All right. So this is how the error message has been shown. I have already shown you people. Okay. Now 3.3. Make a Python program. Save. How to save the commands into the program file and how to run it. Okay. To create a file, you have to open the Python shell. Or right now we don't have it in our computer, downloaded in our computer. So how this is an interface it will look like. Okay, you have to click on the file option, file menu, and select a new file option from it. Then the Python shell file will be open and it will be a clear file. Then you have to enter the commands. Colors play the vital role in it. How? The names of the variables are shown in black color. See, the names are shown in black color. Okay. Now, the symbols such as commas and brackets are shown in black color. See the brackets. Okay? Look at this. Okay? These all are shown in black color. Then input and print function are shown in purple color. You can see it over here. And then the text strings are shown in green color. The colors play a vital role over here, and it is usually used to identify the problem, where is the problem. Okay, now how to find the errors. To find the errors, you can identify it with the help of colors, first thing. Then you can look upon it, or you can just simply run the program, and when the error comes, you can correct it. Okay? See, over here, the print hello. They have not entered the inverted commas. So the whole line is been in black color. But if you enter the whole inverted commas, then it will be in green color. Then save the command with the help of save file option में जाके, then you have a save option. You have to choose it, and you have to save it by entering some name. And to run the program, you can simply press F5 button on your screen, or you can select the run option and click on the run module. Okay, it will show you the screen where the answer will be running. ठीक है, जैसे हम यहाँ पे तो रन कर रहे हैं, तो रन क्लिक कर रहे हैं, यहाँ आउटपुट आ रहा है, उसमें आप जो है इस पे जाके भी कर सकते हैं, F5 भी क्लिक कर सकते हैं. Alright, next thing which we have to discuss is the integrated development environment. What are the integrated development environments? ID stands for integrated development environment. The software that you use to write or run the program is known as integrated development environment. So this is an integrated development environment which I'm going to use to write down the program. Okay. Other than you can install the Python also. Scratch is a colorful block page, so ID for the Scratch is a web page. We use a web page, but over here ID I'm using is a web page also, okay? And ID for the Python is known as IDLE. IDLE stands for Integrated Development and Learning Environment. Okay, there's a difference. Scratch के environment को बोलते हैं IDE, and Python के उसको क्या बोलते हैं? IDLE, means Integrated Development and Learning Environment. Okay. Alright, over here I'm going to stop the revision of all of this. I hope you people have understood how to insert the input, how to get the output, and how to make the variables. Inshallah, in the next class we'll discuss 3.4 till 3.6 within the review session. Okay, thank you so much. Till then, Allah Hafiz, take care.